Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. This is Melanie with Melanie Smith Stamps, and today we are playing with the classic Mouse Love collection from Spellbinders. This is an add-on die set to the original Steamboat Willie Duo die set from Spellbinders, and this is the original set here, which have the actual characters in it, and this set here has the add-on pieces. This collection also has two Better Press sentiment sets, which are one and done sets that I love that have one press plate and one die set to make all your sentiments at one time. And our focus today is going to be the Rub-Ons from Spellbinders. This is a new to me type of product, and I'm having a lot of fun with them. I have made one card already previously with this design here as the focal. Had a lot of fun making that card, and we are going to make a different card in today's video. So the first thing we're going to do is cut out our actual chosen focal from this sheet of rub-ons. You get two actual full sheets of rub-ons from this package, and this is available on the Scrapbook Pal website, along with all of the other items that you see me crafting with today. I'm just taking a basic set of dies here from Circle Dies and checking out the sizing there. I thought it was perfect for circles, just the shape of this. And I'm going to peel off the backer sheet. And this is similar to a sticker, except it's not permanent until it's rubbed on really well. Now I start rubbing this with this handheld embossing or bone folder, and I noticed it wasn't rubbing through, so I went to my Teflon bone folder. It's a little sharper on the edge, and I used it. Now this actual kit comes with a popsicle stick, which works really well, but for some reason I misplaced mine, so I'm using my bone folder. And as you can see here, that bone folder worked just fine. And the nice thing about rub-ons is you can test it by peeling a little bit each time to test to see if it has come off all the way or not. So even if it doesn't the first try, as long as you don't pull it off completely, you're good to go, because you can lay it back down and rub some more, as you saw me do there. So I've got that set aside. Now we're going to work on the background. Now I've cut a whole bunch of strips here from an old paper pack in my stash using the Ribbons and Trim die set. This was a Winnie the Pooh die set, and it was released pretty recently, and I used it to cut all these stripes. Now I chose this pattern from my stash to coordinate with the actual image on the rub-on, which I'll show you up close here in a little bit. But I'm going to alternate these in a rainbow sort of fashion. It doesn't have all the rainbow colors in it, but it's in the rainbow order, where we're going from the red to the yellow, orange, green, a teal color, and a blue. And we're going to alternate those all the way through diagonally across our panel. Now at the beginning here, I started doing it to where a bunch was hanging off the edge there on the left. And I did that because I had a feeling I wasn't going to have enough strips to make it all the way through. I made 3 of each colored strip. So I wanted to have some longer pieces there on the left, just in case I had a little bit of my corner down on the right-hand corner that wasn't covered up. So we'll see how we do here as we go along. But each time I lay one down, I'm using my thumbs and kind of pushing them, nudging them up to make sure they're butted up each other really nicely so there's no white showing in between them. And, after I press them down, I kind of just right there, I'm just nudging them up and making sure they're nice and smoothly placed next to each other. Now I'm getting to the fattest part of the paper here, so I'm using most of the strip now to lay these across. And it's perfect. These are perfectly sized to do this so that you can go pretty much in any direction on your A2 size panel and have a really nice geometric design. So I'm just continuing in the order that I started with, and I'll go through all 3 sets of strips, and we'll have this gorgeous background. I really love the way this is starting to look now. We're on our last set. So I'm going to place these down, and we're going to start filling up the rest of that white space. And I'll trim these off here in just a minute, and you'll be able to see what we end up with, because this is a really fun technique. Now you could do just a few strips and keep the background white. That would be another way of doing it, or just keep one of each color and separate them and have just maybe a diagonal or a horizontal stripe along your background. You could have done that as well. See there, I'm testing it out. I've noticed I've got a little bit excess I'm going to need. So I'm going to trim all of these little tiny pieces off. And then I'm going to have those long pieces there at the beginning that I'll be able to use here to finish my project up. Always wonderful to use up some scraps, and that's what we're going to do here to finish this up. So we've just got a few more here to go. But, you know, using strips in projects can be so fun. You can use up scraps by doing it in your stash, and you can make all different designs. Here I'm making, you know, a diagonal full background, but you can do all different types of patterns. You can do, you know, checkerboards. You can do anything your heart can think of. So I'm using this tiny little piece here because I've got an idea in my mind about that last full piece there on my right of that blue. That's why I pulled in that little tiny piece of blue, because I have an idea for that long piece. And we'll use just a tiny piece here to fill in that bottom corner. It's a tiny piece. So I did let it dry just a couple moments there before I trimmed it all off. And now we're going to mount this onto the black, which is going to really make it pop. The black really does make this whole card come together. And I just love the way those bright colors, this definitely screamed birthday to me. So I wanted to keep with that when I started looking and thinking about the sentiment ideas, which I made a bunch of sentiments for us to pick from. And when I started thinking of the sentiments as I was doing this and seeing the way this was looking, I immediately thought, we got to find birthday, because this is just really cheerful. The Mickey and the Minnie, or the classic mice, as seen here, are really, really having fun. They're dancing. They're very cheerful. And they're just looking like they're at a party. So I've gotten some of the 3D foam tape out. This is from Scrapbook Adhesive. This is the 1mm squares. I love this 1mm because it does not take up room in your envelope for when you're mailing. So it keeps it pretty thin, but still you have that texture on your paper. Isn't that pretty? So now let's just look at our sentiments real quick. I have a whole bunch of these. These are all those Better Press sentiments. So many great ones to pick from in this set. And like I said, there's two of them to pick from. One is called Classic Mouse Love, and the other is Classic Mouse Happy Sentiments. And we're using the Hip Hip Hooray, It's Your Day, right here on the front. Isn't that nice? It's definitely speaking to us for birthday. And then we're going to use this little piece right here on the edge of the inside of the card to tie in the inside. We'll trim that little piece off there on top. And then how about we add another sentiment on the inside here? We could go ahead and do a matching one, and it says, hope your day is filled with magic. So hip hip hooray, it's your day, and I hope your day is filled with magic. Now here it is in all its entirety. I've matched it to those patterns in the background, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing this card put together. Make sure you check out all the videos on Scrapbook Pal.